Okay, so now here we have the next pair of letters, the Sin and the Sheen. Uh, when you connect it uh, in the beginning, of course, you lose the bowl and you retain the chairs and the dots. And it can assume a couple of shapes if you connect it in the beginning. It can retain the three chairs as they are, or it can, like if you're connecting it to a raw, it's sort of like um it it goes over top a little bit, and it appears sort of like a hump. Um, and there are two shapes to the hump. Like when you connect it to the raw, it's a little square hump, and then if you connect it to a ha, then it's a little bit of the last chair of the scene or the sheen. It appears as a hump, a rounded hump. uh, and then of course, after, if you connect it as the last letter, then it retains the bowl. uh, and in the middle of the word, you see how it appears. It retains the three chairs, or and the last. Oh, if you connect it to a ra or a ha, then it appears. The last chair appears as a hump, uh, either a square hump or a rounded hump. Um, then the sod and the dod. Again, you in the beginning of the word you lose the bowl, but at the end of the word you retain the bowl, and in the middle of the word you lose the bowl, and also in the beginning and at the end of a word it has an extra, the loop has it's followed by an extra chair for the sod and the dod. So if you connect it, so therefore, if you connect the saw to a ra or a ha, then you get the hump again. Uh, and but if you're not connecting to a ra or a sod or a ha, then you retain the chair, like I've shown here in the middle of the word lam, bad, dat. Uh, and But if you have it at the end of the word, then you retain the bowl and there's no chair. Okay, so then let's see the next pair of letters, ba. Ba is pretty easy. If you It just retains this shape no matter where it is. Beginning, I've shown here with the alif, or in the middle, I've shown here with before it is a ya and after it is a ra, and then at the end, uh, uh, before it is a ba. So so that's pretty simple with the ta and the la. As far as the ayn changes a little bit in the well, probably a lot in the middle of the word, uh, and a little bit at the end of the word. In the beginning of the word, you lose the bowl again, uh, and then in the middle of the word, you lose the bowl, and it becomes like an upside down triangle. Uh, and then also at the end of the word, you retain the bowl, and sometimes it retains its shape as is, or you get that upside down triangle. And then you have after that you have fa and qaf. With the fa and the qaf, you lose the bowl or the boat. With fa you lose the boat, and with the qaf you lose the bowl. But in the also in the middle of the word, you lose the boat and the bowl. But at the end of the word, you retain the boat and the bowl for the qaf. So you can see here I've put all the examples in the beginning, in the middle, and at the end. As far as the kaf is a little more complicated. You can see all the different shapes that it has. In the beginning, you have the two shapes, and in the middle, three shapes pretty much, and in the middle, it has that the you can have those two the same shapes that you had in the beginning. So and then at the end you have a little hamza after inside it. So that let's stop there.